Hey guys, we're gonna do a quick workout today. All you need is a set of weights. I'm using 5 pounds. You can also go up to 10, and I've got a mini band as well. Let's get started. Let's come to the center of the mat. Take your feet out nice and wide. Take your arms out nice and wide. As we inhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows to cactus arms. As we exhale, straighten the arms out to a T, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. So I want you to start getting used to that mobility. You're pulling the knees out over the toes. Inhaling as you come down. Exhale as you go up and lift through the kneecaps. Power the thighs. Inhale to bend. Getting those elbows to stay at the height of the shoulders. Keep going for 3. Visualize like you're trying to lift the arches of your feet. Not so much that you're lifting through the big toe mound. 1 more, coming down and exhaling to come up. Let's grab those weights. I'm using the 5s. You can use whatever feels good. If you don't have any weights, you can use like water bottles or even soup cans, but the soup cans might be hard to hold, so maybe some water bottles might be easier. So soft bend in the knees, spread your toes. Notice if you're kind of standing like this, I want you to think about engaging your thighs, lift your kneecaps, ground your feet. Visualize you've got a piece of newspaper under your feet and you're trying to rip it apart. Get your hands right in front of you. Palms are gonna face in. Pull your shoulder blades back and pull your lower abdominal wall in a little bit. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, arms out to a T. Inhale down. So as we're moving, the arms are gonna go out to the shoulder height. No need to go any higher. Be aware we don't want to lift the shoulders. So sometimes the neck will get too involved and you'll start lifting and hiking the shoulders up to the ears. That's not what we want to do. When you get the arms to lift and lower, there's just a little micro bend in the elbows, just like there's a micro bend in your knees. And this is going to help to keep the ligaments of the knees and the elbows healthy. Keep going. Exhale to go up, inhale to go down. We've got 3 more. Notice when you take the arms out, the palms stay facing the floor. Last 2. Strong shoulders, strong abdominals. Last one out and down. This time the hands are going to come right down by your side. Get your feet a little bit closer together for easier balance. Spread your toes and lift your heels. Bring your heels down, lift your toes. If you feel a little wobbly, that's okay. Drop your toes, lift your heels. Heels down, lift your toes. Keep going. So even here, we're trying to keep that little bend in the knees. So we're keeping that activation through the thighs, through the glutes, and even the lower belly is maintained, a little bit of a drawing in action so that we're creating a really strong core. Last 3. Last 2. Good job. We got 1 more up. And down. Good job. So let's stay grounded into the feet. We're taking it to a bicep curl. So palms start facing your thighs. And as we exhale, we bend the elbows so the palms face the front of the shoulders. Inhale down, the palms face the sides. Exhale up. Inhale down. So check your feet. You got that newspaper under your feet you're trying to rip apart. The lower abdominal wall gently pulled in. So we're protecting the low back, and visualize you're pulling the top of your head up to the ceiling. Even if you're only using water bottles and they don't feel heavy, you can still contract the muscle as if it is heavy. So keep going and squeeze your biceps. Really bring that mind-muscle connection to the arms. Squeeze as you go up. And now notice here, we don't want to let the elbows pop forward when you go up. So keep them nice and steady beside you. And this requires you to activate the shoulder blades. So think about the muscles between and below your shoulder blades. Keep them nice and grounded on your back. We've just got 1 more bicep curl. Good. Inhale that down. Now we're going back out into our lateral raise, but we're going to add some balance to it. So the hands are going to be in front, that little bend in the knees. Take your right toes to tap out. Take your left arm to take it to the left. Inhale, bring it back down. Left leg, right arm. Exhale. Inhale down. Right leg, left arm. Inhale down. Keep going. Now we're going to try to take it into a little mini squat with that standing leg. I want you to make sure that you've got your knee tracking in line with your toes, using your exhale. And that's really going to power your body. Exhale. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and reset. Get your feet hip distance apart. I want you to think about getting that strong, tall engagement from the feet all the way up the legs, all the way up the spine, and all the way up to the top of the head. So now we're going back into our bicep curl. So walk your feet a little bit closer for better balance. Going left elbow to bend, right knee to lift. If this is too hard, if you're feeling like you're wobbling, then you can keep your toes down or lift the knee right up. Take it down, and let's go other side. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale down. Reset the feet, and left elbow, right knee. Inhale down. So before you lift the knee and the elbow, make sure you reset through your foundation. We want to make sure that we're staying tall. And if you feel like you're a little wobbly, that's okay. Don't worry about it. That's your body learning to get stronger. I want you to think about the bottom of your foot and try to spread your toes. The instinct is going to try to squeeze your mat to try to like hold yourself up, but that doesn't work. It actually makes the foot more tired and it gets your foundation smaller, so it's just easier to fall over. We want to have the mobility at the foot. So let your toes kind of be like 5 separate feet. And as your upper body starts to wobble, the bottom of your foot and your toes adjust to keep you standing up. Now notice as you're going up and down with your knee, the standing leg needs to be supportive. If you find that you're tilting over to the side, it's a good indication, it is an indication that you're not using your glute. So we want the leg that's on the floor to be actively engaged all the way up to the hip. Keep going. Inhaling down, exhaling up, 4. Inhaling down, exhaling up, 3. Inhale down, exhale, 2. Inhale down, you got this, last one. And down, good job. So now we're gonna come down to the floor, coming into table pose. We're still gonna use one of the dumbbells or your water bottle. So come to table. When we're in our table, spread the fingers as much as you can. Your feet can be tucked, toes can be tucked under or tops of the feet down, whatever feels better on your knees. If it hurts to be on your knees, you can roll your mat up and place your knees on that cushiony part of your mat, or you can use a blanket or a towel under your knees. Right hand is on the mat, left hand is holding the dumbbell. So I want you to make sure, especially if we're hypermobile in the elbow, like you can see my elbow kind of pops forward. So I want you to have a little bit of a bend. You'll notice when I have a little bit of a bend, I'm able to engage more into my tricep and my shoulder. But if I'm here, I'm just like hanging on the elbow joint. So it's not good for your elbow joint and it's not good for creating any kind of strength. So let's go. Right hand is down, left arm holding the dumbbell or the water bottle. Inhale. Exhale, take it out to the side. Inhale down. So you'll notice that it really gets your abdominal wall to fire here. So think about the top of the head equally reaching away from the tailbone. If it gets to be too much, you'll notice that you start rocking over to the side. If that's the case, just take your dumbbell down and keep moving through the arm. Keep going for 5. Pull your lower abdominals up and in. That left arm only needs to go up to the height of the shoulder, no higher. Check in with that right shoulder and elbow. Good job. We've got one more. Out and up. And bring it down. Good. And then we're just going to switch sides. So the right hand has the dumbbell, the left palm is spread open, pushing down into the knuckle pads, the fingertips, core strong. Inhale, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, right arm out. Inhale down. Exhale out. And again, if it's too much, you'll know it's too much when you're not able to control your breathing. And if you just need to take a break, take the dumbbell down for a couple repetitions and then go back up with the dumbbell. Or not, if you want to just move without the dumbbell, that's good too. You're still getting a great workout. Last 3, keep your abdominal wall strong. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Take the dumbbell aside, ground into your hands. Tuck your toes under and lift the hips, moving into downward dog. Come forward, so we move to a plank. When we're in a plank, the fingers are spread and the body is parallel. You can also lower your knees. As you're here, the chest is still open and the collarbones are wide. Inhale to bend the elbows without dropping your chin. Exhale, push. Straight arms. Good. Inhale, bend. Notice we want the chest between the thumbs. Exhale, press. Lower abdominal wall strong. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Tendency here is for the shoulders to hunch. Don't let that happen. As you bend the elbows, pull your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale up. We just have one more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, up. Good job. Let's come to sit. We're gonna grab our mini band, placing it around the knees. If you don't have one of these, I highly suggest you get one. You can get them pretty much anywhere now. I think I've seen them at like Winners, Canadian Tire. If you don't have one, you can still do this without the band. It just helps to give you more resistance. But I've also heard of people taking like a pair of old tights or old nylons. They don't have to be old, but a pair of nylons. And you can tie it and then make a loop with that and place it around the knees. Let's come down to the back. Take your palms down beside you. Get your feet a little bit wider than your hips and make sure your knees are as wide as your feet. Palms press down. Push your shoulder blades down. Take an inhale. Exhale, push your hips up. Now notice, we're gonna stay here. I want you to think about flipping your tailbone towards your band. Pull your shins towards the front wall. Inhale, lower the pelvis without letting the back arch. Exhale, press back up. Pull your knees away from you. Inhale, down. Keep widening the knees, pushing them into the band. Exhale, up. It's not a very big lift. Inhale, down. We're moving from the pelvis, not the belly button. Exhale, up. Keep pushing into the band. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Keep going. Inhale, down. Those glutes are actively working. Exhale, up. Keep going. Inhale, down. The knees may start to shake. Keep pushing them into the band. Exhale, up. We've got 2 more. Inhale, down. Good, good. Exhale, up. Just lightly touching the bum to the floor. Inhale, down. Good. And exhale, up. Woo! I can feel that. Now take your knees to tabletop. When I say tabletop, I mean that the shins are your tabletop, your thighs are your table legs. Push your hands into your thighs. Thighs push back into your hands. We're gonna hold here. So take a deep breath in and feel your upper back push against the floor. Exhale and push, hands and thighs. As you're inhaling, expand your back. Don't let your shoulders hunch. Exhale, push, hands and thighs together. You got this. Again, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Now as you're here, don't let your low back flatten. One more inhale. Exhale and squeeze. Push hands and thighs together. Good, and let's release that. Lay on your left side. Taking your left hand on the ear or the side of the head just so that you can rest here. Take your ankles to lift and get your right knee to lift. So now if you need to, just adjust the band so it's not gonna slide. And let's go. Down with the right knee. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Notice the inner edges of the feet remain touching. Down and up. I want you to make sure that as you're going up and down, don't let your right hip fall back behind you. So you're only lifting the knee as much as you can, maintaining the stability of the pelvis, the lower abdominal wall. Now visualize your left side abdominals and try to lift them away from the floor. They're not going to come off the floor, but just visualize what do you need to activate to get them to lift, so that we're keeping the low back spine straight. We've only got 2 more here. Lift the knee, push down with the left knee, come down, and 1 more. Pull the knees apart, inner thigh or heels are touching, and bring that down. Good job. We're gonna do another dead bug, so come back onto your back. Tabletop legs, hands and thighs pushed together. Deep breath in. Exhale to begin. Inhale. Exhale. Keep pushing, pushing, pushing into the hands, into the knees. Again, inhale. Last exhale here. Strong and long. Navel pulls to spine. Shoulder blades pull down the back. Complete your exhalation. And release. Good job. Now we're rolling over to the right side. We still have the band on the knees, coming down onto that right elbow or armpit. And let's lift the ankles. Adjust the band if you need to. Left leg goes up. We're just going to hold here. I want you to think, don't let that left hip fall back. Inhale to lower the knee. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. So we're trying to keep the inner edges of the feet touching. That's going to help to keep the alignment through the lower body. Now visualize you're trying to take that left hip away from the left armpit. You're trying to activate the right side abdominal wall. You're only lifting the left leg as much as you can maintain the stability of your pelvis, not rocking side to side or front to back. Both legs are working here. We've only got 2 more. Exhale to lift. Good, good. Inhale to lower. 1 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Good job. Let's come down and take the band off. And coming back to table pose, ground your hands, ground your knees, take your right leg to go back and lift the leg. Now notice here, just watch me here. When you take your leg up, don't let yourself dip. Notice how that just happened here, I dipped down. So only lift the leg as much as you can maintain that stability. If you need to, that toe can even stay down until you create that strength of the low back. Then we'll take the left arm forward and breathe here. As if you're being pulled by the top of your head and your fingers, as if you're being pulled by your right heel. Spread your fingers of your right hand, push down into the knuckle pads. Take 1 more breath here. You got this. Exhale it down. Good. And then we'll just switch sides. So we'll slide the left leg back. Lift the leg only as much as you can maintain the stability of your long alignment through your spine. And then the right arm goes forward. Good. Spread your fingers. Push out of that left heel like you're being pulled by the leg. You're being pulled by the crown and the fingertips. Wide, wide breath. Think about your front ribs. Draw them in a little bit. And exhale to lower it down. Sit back into child's pose, reaching the arms far forward, trying to breathe into the sides of your body. Inhale to come up. And we did it, guys. So that was a nice quick workout. We got everything in that you needed. If you need to do it again, just hit replay and do it twice. I believe in you, and I know that you're gonna have a great day today. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.